Greetings to you all and welcome to today's backtesting session. All right, so we're going to start first on the weekly time frame on Euro USD. Let's try to find out where this guy is going to. I remember the last session that we did, we explained why we are seeing higher prices, and I also remember saying that we have this trendline liquidity. After we had this candle close above that trendline liquidity, this definitely means that we'll likely be targeting this high as our overall target, and also this was our intermediate target within the range from here to this bottom. So this is our current target for the moment, and this is our target, and this one as well. So with that said, we go down to the daily time frame. Also, here I think I mentioned that we had an SMT here, which made price not to fill this particular fair value gap right here. This particular fair value gap, I think we had an SMT around that area. Let's try to see if we can spot that SMT on the XY or maybe even on GU. So let me just try to do this, and then we'll see if we're going to see it together. All right, so let's see this one, and then let's see it here. All right, good. So this is the fair value gap. This is the fair value gap on the XY. This is the fair value gap on the XY, and this is also the fair value gap on GEO. So let's see, because at this point, price could still fill it up because we don't have any clear SMT yet until we have SMT. Like, for example, we had our next candle was heavily bullish. All right, good. Our next candle was really bullish. I don't know why this guy is not moving. Why is the XY standing? We should move. Okay, good. All right, so let's try to find out the type of SMT that happened here and made this fair value gap not to be filled. Because I think, well, we had a retest of this breaker already, this one, from this candle. So that was one reason, as we can say, but it was not so much really a good, the retest was too fast for me. All right, so let's look at this area now. If you look at these candles closely here, you're going to notice that GEO has given us an SMT. Okay, GEO has given us an SMT by doing what? Taking the low of Tuesday, which is this one. The low of Tuesday was taken out on GEO, and it wasn't taken out on EU also, but on DXY it was taken out. So we have some SMT divergence around this area. Okay, we have some SMT divergence around this area. So this failing to take previous daily low and GU taking it, and this guy closing higher like we did here, is a serious confirmation for higher prices on Euro USD. Okay, and then GXY did the same thing. We managed to go and drop down so much to close below. Well, could have been expecting price to feel it, but for now, I think the main reason, first one was this breaker on, the first one was this breaker on Euro USD that made cause that fair value gap to become a breaker fair value gap. So let's continue from here. All right, so we've had price close above that high, which is already a bad sign for this particular order block here. I think so many people will still be trying to see if they can get sales from this order block. All right, remember, daily has already confirmed a bullish state for us. And at this point, we're having a bullish divergence, which is so risky for this particular order block right now. So we can expect higher prices to continue targeting this liquidity above this order block and these highs, probably these rejections here, and then further up the highs. All right. All right, so if this is what we are seeing on the daily, like I said, this is so bullish that we'll probably expect the next day to be even taking out this other block. Okay, looking at how the previous candle has closed gives you that type of information, or let me say the data that you need to expect that to happen. All right, so which definitely means that from the opening of the next candle, we just want to see price trades below the opening price. All right, so we have the opening price here, and let me use this line, let me put it like this, and then we put something like opening price. Let's say this is our opening price, right? I want to save this one. This is our opening price. Control C, save as, press. Good. So this is our opening price, and the price has traded below the opening. Now, before we can buy, we also want to see at least 4 hour and 1 hour confirming that we can buy, maybe to target this 4 hour order block. And in that case, maybe would love to see price come into this 4 hour fair value gap, and even testing this other block once again. All right, but though price already came back to the other block with this movement here, this movement already came down to the other block, and also this one we tested this other block as well. But for now, we can only buy if price gives us some kind of bullish confirmation, even especially on the 1 hour time frame, because maybe because price already mitigated this other block, we might not be coming back to this fair value gap again. Okay, anyway, let's just see what happens. We have confirmation, so we're going to be going long. Also, price might decide to come right down to this fair value gap, which also has to do with this huge inefficiency here. So let's see what happens. All right, good. So if we look closely here, we'll notice that 1 hour time frame has given us a good reaction after retesting this bullish order block here. You can see how price has closed above that high, and making this candle even a flagship reversal. Also, this price action here on the 30 minutes, I don't so much like it because we don't have a total, so everything is just so choked up here, right? So it doesn't look good to me, but because maybe price want to retest this candle and make another new low. In fact, this is not a good spot to be buying, though price can continue higher, right? But we haven't had any clear CSI liquidity purge at this level, or this price is struggling to move higher. So, which means for me personally, maybe we want to just sit out on this one and then watch how it goes. But if there was some form of liquidity grab below this low, which was likely to fill this fair value gap, then we could have taken our buy the moment we had that close, would have been in on a long trade directly from here, and then putting our stops just below that low, like that, and then trying to target this high. If we had some liquidity grab here, but for now, it looks like all a huge trend line liquidity build up around that area. All right, so I think we'll just sit out on this one. If it goes good, if it goes well, there's still no big problem because we're going to, it's not every trade that we are going to take. Okay, we haven't that pushback to the downside in 4 hour. Good. So now I think we did well by staying out of that particular trade. Like we said earlier, there was no liquidity sweep on the 30 minutes, which is not a proper confirmation for us. All right, so I mean, all the time frames were not properly aligning. Now we have a key level, and also now we have what? We have a total. So on the lower time frame. So which means if price really wants to buy now, yeah, we can say price has taken out some buyers, some early buyers, all right, and it has induced sellers. So which means that at this point inside this fair value gap, we want to see price close above this candle now, which would mean another block for us. So let's see what happens. Okay, that sharp rejection. Now, with this type of candle, based on my experience, I could be on a trade right away as price has closed even above the opening of this manipulation candle. All right, if we go down to the 15 minutes, you're going to see what I mean. We'll have a proper, this is how it looks like on the 15-minute time frame. But regardless, let's properly wait for price to actually close above that high. Okay, so let's see what happens. Price is rejecting that area. Now, at this point, you can be looking at the 15 minutes to see if price has closed above this 30 minutes. Still, price did not close above the 30 minutes, so there's no confirmation yet. Let's see what happens. Good. So we've had a close now above that 30 minutes, so we can take our long from there with our stops below this low. So, and we will target the high of the other block that we mentioned. This can be a good trade. We've had our total soap on the confirmation in a key level coming from the 4 hour, and also looking at 1 hour, we close above this manipulation candle. Like I said, it's just about probabilities because we might still see price coming down to this other block. But what if it doesn't happen? Why I'm saying this is because you can see how the daily candle here was, right? So much volume, which means price might likely want to expand higher without too much of a rejection. So let's see how this trade goes. We're targeting this high right here. We're targeting this high, and actually have relative equal highs around that area. And fortunately, we also have a huge imbalance above that area, right? So I think it's good that we expect price to go up into it. So who is into this? Who is going to be taking this trade? If you're taking the trade type 1, if you're not taking it type 0, let's go. You have only 1 minute for that. Okay, so let's see how many people are buying and who is not buying. Oh my God. Everybody is buying. I don't think that's a good idea for us now. So if everybody's buying, there's something wrong somewhere. It's not good that we should be seeing the same thing. All right. So anyway, let's see. Maybe because of the explanation, it looks so much bullish, but still, let's just see what can happen. All right. Maybe price can still hit our stops. It doesn't really matter. The fact is that we've made some real good confirmations. 4 hour key level, 1 hour uh, flagship confirmation, and the total soap on the lower time frame. Yeah, let's just see how it goes. Okay. Wow, that was very fast and clean. And I mean, this was really beautiful. One of the best setups that I've seen so far play out so clean. We'll try to put it down. This was a trade of 3.8 R. Okay, that's 3.8. All right, so I think it was a good trade. Let's try to find out. Maybe there was even some kind of SMT on that area. I don't know, but let's try to see if we had any SMT around that area on maybe GU or GXY. 30 minutes. All right, looking at GU, looking at GU, looking at GU. Let me try to. This is GU now. This low was formed at 1 p.m. What about this low? This low was formed at I want to get something here straight. Okay, let's just do something like that. Okay, it takes me now. Okay, so this is GU. We can see that all this consolidation that was happening on Euro USD here, GU was actually dropping, right? GU was dropping, and it created us with this. I think even from here, this news came in Wednesday 1 p.m. Or it's Wednesday 1 p.m. here. Wednesday 1 p.m. All right, so this is the same news movement that happened on this is the same news movement that happened on GU, this movement. All right, that is Wednesday 1:30 p.m. as well. So you can see from here that this is where the SMT even started. And then before this rally, we had this last SMT to the downside here, which was at 2 p.m. That was April 2nd, 2 p.m. Here, April 2nd, 2 p.m., April 2nd, 2 p.m. So we have this SMT around this area, this move like this. That's our SMT. You can see that this guy took out that low, but we did not take out the low here again. So anyway, that's just it. I don't think we'll be looking too much into that. Maybe if not, it will be taking us so much time. All right, so that was a very good setup and very good setup. You can see the reaction on the 4-hour key level and then the confirmation that we had on the 1 hour. So multiple confirmations as well. Daily was massively bullish, as you saw as well. So that was a good setup. Now we move on. Let's see what happens next. All right, so we are still bullish. Remember, we still have more higher time frames here to target. Let's see if we're going to have another setup, maybe a continuation setup. Couple would have 4 hours close. Maybe if price wants to come back down to mitigate this other block, it will be good because it also aligns with the 1 hour fair value gap, and it will be giving us a small total soup on the 30 minutes. So let's see what happens. System is a bad network. Okay, so on the 30 minutes, something has happened here. Price dropped down to this fair value gap. Okay, we have price dropping down to this fair value gap here, which is only visible on the 30 minutes. Price did not feel that of the 1 hour, which I don't think is Now, if price could have been filling any of key levels on the 1 hour or 4 hour, then maybe this would have been another reason for us to go long, but we haven't had that. There's no confirmation entry on the higher time frame, so we can just sit out on that one while we watch. Okay, we're going higher. Now we have a 4 hour average here. Maybe price might want to come back to there. We'll see what happens. We're just going higher. That is crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. No pullback for an entry. No pullback for an entry. Anyway, we'll be targeting, like I said, on the daily. This is a good rejection block area, or let's see 6 hours. Maybe there can be some other block there that might also good. We have this other block here. This is next area where with this huge expansion that we're having here, we might have a little pullback from. Okay, you just always have to mark out areas that if price wants to really continue bullish, you can be expecting some level of, let me just put this line on this other block. Okay, good. All right, so we have this other block on the 6 hours time frame. So we can expect price to see, maybe we can get a reaction around this area. This is also another block on the 4 hour time frame. Okay. All right. So let's see what happens. If this momentum continues, maybe we can get a small shot from here. I don't know, but if we pull back, we can get some longs from there. All right. So let me just delete this for now. We have a fair value gap which is here, right down here. This is also like a retest of this breaker. I think it will be good. Let's see. Let's see from the next day, and then let's see what is happening. Come on, let's go. Is it not going? Let's see. I don't know if it's my network that is having some issues. Oh, okay. That was the 4 hour. I was playing it on the 4 hour, but I get it now. All right, so some beautiful price action here on the 30 minute, and as well on the 4 hour, we have this fair value gap here, and the 30 minute seem to have been creating us with a contraction. Maybe if we want to have that, you can have a continuation like this, manipulation to this key level, and then distribution also like into a fair value gap here. Okay, so maybe this might be what will happen. Manipulation down to this key level, have some buying opportunities who can continue higher. Why am I not so much bearish? Because you can see the volume of these two candles. They don't look any they don't look in any way to bring in any bearish momentum, and also we have not hit any key level yet. Even this 4 hour order block with the dotted line that I kept, price has not hit it yet. Even the week 6 hour order block here. So we don't have any reason to sell. Like we don't have any key level to support selling. So we have this other block here, maybe on the 30 minutes, which aligns slightly below that fair value gap. Let's see what happens. but price had already filled this fair value gap on the 4 hour. So let's just see, maybe you have a good close on the 1 hour time frame. We have not closed above that candle yet. I would have loved to see this low price to run this low again into this other block or even this fair value gap. Uh, I think if this is the close of the 1 hour time frame, then I think this is a good area. Maybe we can now use this other block as a buy setup for us. So if price retests this 1 hour order block, we can be on a buy from there. It stops below this low, and maybe we'll just try to target somewhere within this 6 hours and the 4 hour fair value. Okay, 4 hour order block, just to have a good risk to reward ratio, maybe 1 to 3. Okay, so I think yeah, let's see if price retests this mitigation block on the 1 hour, which is also aligning with this one. Okay, if of close below above that, let's see. Okay, good. So we have been tapped in on this one. Let's see. I think now this might be the distribution phase. After this manipulation, to the downside, maybe distribution. I don't know. Let's just see what happens. Or maybe price can see it come down here and go higher. We don't know. It's just because this 4 hour gave us a very huge candle. If not, we would have really loved to see price trade above it first. All right. So anyway, regardless, we are on the trades just based on 1 hour confirmation and 30 minutes. Even though I wanted 30 minutes to at least come down to this fair value gap. But still, if this is a loss and price comes down here, we can still look for another long trade. Okay. Mm, well, it's not a serious manipulation. This is not a serious manipulation for me. All right. It's just price trying to do seek and kill, destroy. It's just a so much manipulation. Or if we would have been manipulating to a key level, it would be good, right? So we did not even touch this fair value gap or this other block I pointed here. So that's why I am not even interested to see it as a manipulation. Because at least a manipulation should really be like a manipulation, right? Because I think just 30 minutes, traders that were trying to buy would have stopped thinking of buying because of this huge rejection here. But with this, there are a lot of traders that will consider selling from this fair value gap, consider selling from breakout traders. They will know that price closed below the zone, so they want to sell their retest. At least it looks like a good it looks like a good manipulation. Uh okay. This guy did not hit our stop loss. Let's see what happens. Maybe it's coming down again. Boom. So we are going to vote. This price hit our stop loss. I think was it even coming back down to fill this fair value gap? I think so. Oh my God. This is the biggest mistake that we did. This is the biggest mistake that we did. All right. I didn't see this honestly. Honestly, I did not see that we had built up some equal lows liquidity here. This guy and this guy, that was too much liquidity for price to actually take out. I wasn't thinking like that. I did not see that coming. So let's accept this one to be a loss because of that mistake. All right, because maybe some people would have put a very tight stop loss or someone have put, I don't know. Let's accept that to be a loss. But I think if we were aware that price came and gave us equal highs into this fair value gap, then we would have loved to wait further. Right? We would have loved to wait further And now what we should be waiting for was just for price to come back close above the opening of this candle. If with this manipulation line to that fair value gap, which was just exactly what I was expecting, we could be on the buy trade the moment price closed above like that. So the moment that happened, would have been on the trade. Immediately price retest this break, this other block on the 1 hour with our entry like that. And now we can be putting our stops slightly below the low. And we target some reasonable risk to reward ratio. Guys, I have learned something. I mean, I'm almost missed out on this. It's something that I've been seeing for quite a long time. When price builds this type of liquidity, it's so dangerous and it's so tricky. Oh my God. So this was the best trade I would have taken after really seeing that price also is making sense, tapping into a good key level on the 30 minutes. All right. So we would say that was a loss on that first one. It's just that we have already seen this one. If not, we would have considered it as a winning trade, but we've already seen it play out. So let's just say we have a -1 trade. Okay. We are doing this to learn, so we are not going to be cheating to try to increase our wins and stuff like that. But I think this was a good entry confirmation after price gave us this final manipulation and also came back to retest this other block. And as well on the 4 hour time frame, all that was happening in a key level. So that was now you can see that we waited for confirmation here. Why? Because price could still come down to this fair value gap here. We don't know, right? So that's why we needed that confirmation right there. And